A child laughs chasing pigeons in the park, adventures only they can see. But beneath the surface, an invisible struggle might be brewing. Asthma is a silent threat that can turn a carefree afternoon into a fight for each breath. For millions of children worldwide, this is a daily reality. Imagine a child, breathless and afraid, their chest tight, a wheezing sound escaping their small lungs. Yet asthma is manageable. With understanding, treatment, and support, children can live full, active lives. Today, we shed light on childhood asthma, its challenges, and the path to a brighter future. Asthma is a global health crisis, affecting millions across every continent. The World Health Organization estimates 262 million people suffer from asthma, many of them children. Asthma is the most common chronic disease among children, impacting school, social life, and well-being. But behind the numbers are real children, each with their own story. Asthma doesn't discriminate. It affects children everywhere, though some communities bear a heavier burden due to pollution and lack of health care. Understanding the global scale of childhood asthma highlights the urgency for action. This is a collective challenge demanding global attention and innovative solutions. To fight childhood asthma, we must first understand it. Asthma is a chronic disease marked by inflammation and narrowing of the airways. Triggers like pollen, dust mites, smoke, or even exercise can set off symptoms: wheezing, coughing, and shortness of breath. Each child's triggers are unique, making management a personal journey. Identifying and minimizing exposure to these triggers is key to healthier lives. But as we'll see, this is often easier said than done. Children are especially vulnerable to asthma's effects. Their developing lungs and immune systems make them more susceptible, and their smaller airways are easily constricted. Every attack can hinder healthy lung development, with possible long-term consequences. Asthma also impacts emotional well-being, causing anxiety and isolation. Missing out on school and activities can hurt confidence and self-esteem. Addressing childhood asthma means supporting both physical and emotional health. It's about empowering children to manage their condition and live fully. Imagine shrinking down to journey inside the airways. In a healthy child, airways are clear and open. In asthma, they're inflamed and swollen, like a road jammed with traffic. This inflammation is triggered by an overactive immune response. The immune system mistakes harmless substances for threats, setting off a chain reaction. Muscles tighten, airways narrow, and breathing becomes a struggle. This is the reality of an asthma attack. The immune system is our body's defense, but in asthma, it overreacts. Harmless substances like pollen or dust are mistaken for threats. This triggers a cascade. Chemicals like histamine cause airway muscles to spasm and tighten. The lining swells, and thick mucus forms, narrowing the airways further. Instead of protection, the immune response makes breathing harder. This is the core of asthma's challenge. Why do some children develop asthma while others don't? Genetics play a big role. A child may inherit a predisposition to asthma, much like eye color. If a parent or sibling has asthma, the risk is higher. But genes aren't destiny. Many with a family history never develop asthma, and some without it do. Genetics set the stage, but other factors matter too. Genetics lay the foundation, but the environment shapes asthma's development. Invisible triggers, like allergens, irritants, and infections, can impact a child's risk, especially in early years. Common allergens include pollen, dust mites, pet dander, and mold. Irritants like tobacco smoke and air pollution inflame airways, making them more reactive. Early exposure to these factors can increase asthma risk. Managing the environment is crucial for prevention. Childhood asthma often results from a perfect storm of genetics and environment. A child with sensitive airways exposed to pollution or smoke faces higher risk. Genes may increase susceptibility to certain triggers or severity of symptoms. Understanding this interplay helps us prevent and manage asthma more effectively. Reducing environmental triggers can make a real difference. Early childhood is a critical window for lung development. Exposure to triggers during these years can disrupt healthy growth, leading to long-term issues. Unmanaged asthma can cause permanent airway changes and reduced lung function. Early intervention is key to protecting a child's future health. The foundation for lifelong breathing is built in these formative years. Childhood asthma isn't one size fits all. It comes in many forms. Some children have mild occasional symptoms, others face constant challenges. Recognizing the different types helps tailor treatment and support. Understanding these distinctions brings us closer to personalized care. In allergic asthma, the immune system overreacts to harmless substances. Triggers include pollen, dust mites, pet dander, and certain foods. The immune response causes airway inflammation, bronchospasm, and mucus production. This leads to classic symptoms: wheezing, coughing, and shortness of breath. Genetics play a major role in atopic, allergic asthma. Children with a family history are more likely to develop asthma. This predisposition increases sensitivity to environmental triggers. Atopic asthma often appears alongside eczema or hay fever, hinting at shared immune dysfunction. Family history tips the balance, but environment determines the outcome. Some children face severe asthma, a constant, formidable challenge. Persistent symptoms and frequent flare-ups limit daily life and require intensive treatment. These children may need multiple medications and still face hospital visits. Severe asthma affects emotional health, causing anxiety and isolation. Managing it requires a comprehensive approach, addressing both physical and emotional needs. For these children, every breath is a battle, but support can make all the difference. We often take the simple act of breathing for granted, but for children with asthma, the air we breathe can be a source of both life and threat. Imagine a world filled with invisible triggers, lurking in every breath, ready to set off an asthma attack. Inhaled asthma, as the name suggests, is triggered by substances that are inhaled into the lungs. These triggers can be found both indoors and outdoors, making it challenging to completely avoid them. Common inhaled asthma triggers include: first, air pollution. Outdoor air pollution from traffic exhaust, industrial emissions, and wildfires can irritate the airways and trigger asthma symptoms. Second, tobacco smoke. Exposure to secondhand smoke is a major risk factor for asthma development and can worsen symptoms in children who already have asthma. And third, indoor air pollutants. Dust mites, pet dander, mold spores, cockroach allergens, and fumes from cleaning products, paint, and other household chemicals can also trigger asthma attacks. Identifying and minimizing exposure to these inhaled triggers is crucial for managing asthma effectively. This might involve making changes at home, such as using air purifiers, choosing hypoallergenic bedding, and avoiding scented products. For some children, asthma isn't just a passing phase. It's a persistent companion that requires ongoing management and vigilance. Imagine living with a constant undercurrent of worry, knowing that an asthma flare-up could strike at any moment. Persistent asthma is characterized by ongoing symptoms and airway inflammation, even when a child isn't experiencing an acute attack. This means that their airways are always more sensitive and reactive than those of children without asthma. Children with persistent asthma often require daily medication to keep their symptoms under control and prevent exacerbations. This might include inhaled corticosteroids to reduce airway inflammation and long-acting beta agonists to relax the muscles around the airways. Living with persistent asthma requires a proactive approach, involving regular doctor's appointments, careful monitoring of symptoms, and adherence to the prescribed treatment plan. It's really about empowering children and their families to manage their condition effectively and live full, active lives despite the challenges of persistent asthma. In the bustling heart of a loving home, amidst the joyful chaos of toys scattered about and the comforting aroma of dinner simmering on the stove, a mother's intuition whispers a silent alarm. Little Leo, her bright-eyed 5-year-old, had always been a bundle of boundless energy, his laughter echoing through the house like a cheerful melody. But lately, a subtle change had crept into his playful rhythm. A persistent cough lingered, a wheezing sound accompanied his breaths, and his laughter, once effortless and carefree, seemed to be punctuated by a shortness of breath that sent a chill down his mother's spine. At first, she dismissed it as a lingering cold, a common occurrence in young children. But as days turned into weeks and the symptoms persisted, a nagging feeling gnawed at her gut. Something wasn't right. This wasn't just a cold, it was something more insidious, something that cast a shadow of worry over her maternal instincts. Little did she know, this was just the beginning of their journey into the complex and often daunting world of childhood asthma, a journey marked by moments of fear and uncertainty, but also by unwavering love, resilience, and a fierce determination to help her son breathe easy again. The sterile scent of disinfectant hung heavy in the air as Leo sat on the examination table, his small legs swinging nervously beneath the paper sheet. The doctor's stethoscope felt cold against his chest, amplifying the sound of his own erratic breathing, each wheeze a tiny hammer tapping on his mother's heart. Questions swirled in the air, punctuated by the click of the doctor's pen as she scribbled notes on her notepad. Had Leo been exposed to any allergens? Any family history of respiratory problems? The weight of each question pressed down on Leo's mother, her own anxieties mirroring her son's unease. The diagnosis, when it finally came, hung in the air like a heavy shroud: asthma. A chronic respiratory disease, the doctor explained, his words a blur in the whirlwind of emotions that threatened to consume Leo's parents. Fear mingled with confusion, relief intertwined with a profound sense of uncertainty. The doctor reassured them, explaining that asthma was manageable with proper treatment and care. Yet the weight of the diagnosis lingered, a constant reminder of the invisible enemy that had taken up residence in their son's small body, an enemy they would have to learn to fight together as a family. Armed with a crash course in asthma management and a newfound determination to protect their son, Leo's family embarked on a quest for control, their once familiar home transformed into a battleground against invisible triggers. Every nook and cranny became a potential hiding place for allergens, every breath of air a potential threat. Out went the fluffy carpets, replaced by hardwood floors that wouldn't harbor dust mites. Air purifiers hummed quietly in every room, their gentle whir a constant reminder of the invisible battle being waged against allergens. Leo's beloved stuffed animals, once cherished companions, were relegated to sealed plastic bags, their absence a poignant reminder of the sacrifices asthma demanded. Outdoor activities, once a source of unbridled joy, became a carefully calculated risk. Pollen counts were checked religiously, weather forecasts scrutinized for potential triggers. Leo's world, once boundless and free, now seemed to shrink, confined by the invisible boundaries of his condition. Yet, amidst the challenges, a glimmer of hope emerged. With each successful trigger identification, each avoided asthma attack, a sense of empowerment grew. They were learning to navigate this new normal, to reclaim a sense of control over their lives, and to help Leo breathe a little easier with each passing day. The jarring wail of the ambulance siren sliced through the night, its urgency a stark contrast to the peaceful slumber that had enveloped their home just moments ago. Leo's labored breaths, each one a shallow gasp for air, were a terrifying symphony of wheezes and coughs that sent chills down his parents' spines. The emergency room, a whirlwind of flashing lights and hurried footsteps, assaulted their senses. Leo, pale and struggling to breathe, was whisked away, his small hand clutching desperately at his mother's as if clinging to a lifeline in a stormy sea. Time seemed to both stand still and race ahead, each second an eternity as they waited anxiously for the nebulizer treatments to work their magic, to ease the constriction in Leo's tiny airways. The hiss of the nebulizer, a mechanical counterpoint to his labored breathing, became a soundtrack to their worst fears. The emergency room, a stark reminder of asthma's potential to disrupt lives in an instant, became a crucible of fear and resilience. As the medication slowly began to take effect and Leo's breathing gradually eased, a wave of relief washed over his parents, a bittersweet reminder of the fragility of life and the constant vigilance required to navigate the unpredictable terrain of childhood asthma. In the aftermath of the emergency room visit, a profound sense of isolation settled over Leo's family. The weight of their son's condition, the constant vigilance it demanded, and the fear of future attacks created an invisible barrier between them and the outside world. Seeking solace and understanding, they stumbled upon an online support group for parents of children with asthma. As they read through the posts, a wave of recognition washed over them. They weren't alone in their struggles, their fears, their triumphs, and their anxieties. Stories of resilience and hope intertwined with practical advice and shared experiences, creating a virtual tapestry of empathy and understanding. The isolation they had felt began to dissipate, replaced by a sense of community, a shared journey with others who truly understood the challenges and triumphs of raising a child with asthma. Connecting with other families, both online and in person, became a lifeline, a source of strength and encouragement. They learned valuable coping mechanisms, shared tips on managing triggers, and celebrated each other's victories, big and small. The support group became an invaluable resource, a reminder that they were part of a community that understood, supported, and empowered one another. The journey with asthma, like life itself, is rarely linear. There will be ups and downs, moments of triumph, and times of adversity. But amidst the challenges, a powerful narrative of resilience and hope emerges, a testament to the indomitable spirit of children living with asthma. We see Leo, a few years older now, his laughter echoing through the park as he chases after his friends, his inhaler tucked safely in his pocket, a constant companion that no longer defines him. He has learned to manage his condition, to recognize his triggers, and to advocate for his needs. We witness children across the globe, from all walks of life, defying the limitations asthma may impose. They are athletes, musicians, artists, scholars, their dreams and aspirations reaching far beyond the confines of their condition. Their stories are a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of human resilience. They remind us that asthma may be a part of their lives, but it does not define them. They are living proof that with proper management, support, and a belief in themselves, children with asthma can achieve anything they set their minds to. Imagine a world where children's laughter wasn't sometimes punctuated by a telltale wheeze, where a simple cough didn't carry the weight of worry. Early recognition of asthma symptoms is crucial, empowering parents and caregivers to seek timely medical help and embark on the journey towards effective management. Asthma's calling cards are often subtle whispers rather than blaring sirens. A persistent cough, especially at night or during play, can be an early indicator. Wheezing, a high-pitched whistling sound during breathing, often signals narrowed airways. Shortness of breath, as if an invisible weight presses upon a child's chest, shouldn't be ignored. These seemingly innocuous signs can escalate quickly, particularly during an asthma attack. Rapid breathing, a desperate struggle to fill their lungs, is a cause for concern. A tightening chest, a vice-like grip making each breath a labored effort, requires immediate attention. Parents, trust your instincts. If you notice persistent or worsening respiratory symptoms in your child, don't hesitate to seek medical advice. Early diagnosis and management are paramount in preventing severe episodes and ensuring a child's long-term respiratory health. Diagnosing asthma in children is like piecing together a complex puzzle, requiring a combination of clinical evaluation, parental insights, and specialized tests. Imagine a doctor's office transformed into a detective's lair, armed with tools to unravel the mysteries of a child's breathing difficulties. The first clue often lies in the child's medical history. A family tree adorned with asthma or allergies provides valuable insights. The frequency and nature of symptoms, detailed through parental observation, paint a vivid picture. Physical examination, listening to the whispers of the lungs with a stethoscope, adds another layer of understanding. Spirometry, a lung function test, emerges as a powerful tool. Imagine a child blowing into a tube, their breath transformed into colorful graphs on a screen, revealing the secrets of their lung capacity and airflow. Allergy testing, a quest to identify triggers lurking in the environment, provides further clues. Armed with this comprehensive understanding, doctors can confidently diagnose asthma and tailor a management plan that addresses the child's unique needs and triggers. This journey of discovery empowers families with knowledge, paving the way for effective control and a brighter future. Managing childhood asthma is not a one-size-fits-all endeavor. It's about weaving a personalized tapestry of care that considers each child's unique needs and challenges. Imagine a tailor meticulously measuring, cutting, and stitching a garment to perfectly fit the wearer, ensuring comfort and freedom of movement. Treatment plans are crafted with similar precision, taking into account the severity of symptoms, the child's age and developmental stage, potential triggers, and any underlying medical conditions. Medication, a cornerstone of asthma management, comes in various forms, each with its own mechanism of action. Inhaled corticosteroids, the mainstay of long-term control, work like firefighters, quelling the inflammation in the airways and preventing flare-ups. Rescue inhalers containing bronchodilators act like a breath of fresh air, quickly relaxing the muscles around the airways and providing rapid relief during an attack. Regular follow-up appointments are crucial, allowing doctors to monitor the child's progress, adjust medication dosages as needed, and address any concerns or challenges that arise. This collaborative approach, involving the child, their family, and healthcare providers, ensures optimal management and empowers children to live full, active lives. Managing asthma effectively extends beyond the realm of medication, encompassing a holistic approach that empowers families to transform their homes and lifestyles into havens of healthy breathing. Imagine a world where clean air isn't a luxury, but a fundamental right, where homes are sanctuaries free from asthma triggers. Creating an asthma-friendly environment starts with meticulous cleaning. Dust mites, those microscopic troublemakers, thrive in carpets, bedding, and soft furnishings. Regular vacuuming with HEPA filters, washing bedding in hot water, and minimizing clutter are crucial steps in evicting these unwanted guests. Mold, another stealthy trigger, flourishes in damp, humid areas. Ensuring good ventilation, fixing leaks promptly, and using dehumidifiers can help keep mold at bay. Pet dander, those tiny flakes of skin shed by our furry companions, can also trigger asthma symptoms. While saying goodbye to beloved pets isn't always feasible, creating pet-free zones, particularly bedrooms, and regular grooming can minimize exposure. Embracing these lifestyle modifications transforms homes into safe havens, reducing the frequency and severity of asthma episodes. Living with asthma, though challenging, presents a unique opportunity for children to develop invaluable self-management skills, transforming them into empowered advocates for their own health. Imagine a child, armed with knowledge and confidence, confidently navigating the complexities of their condition, no longer defined by their diagnosis. Empowerment begins with education. Teaching children about asthma in age-appropriate ways, using simple language and engaging visuals, helps them understand their condition and the importance of treatment adherence. They become active participants in their healthcare journey, not passive recipients. Involving children in asthma action plans, personalized blueprints that outline steps to manage symptoms and prevent exacerbations, fosters a sense of ownership and responsibility. They learn to recognize their triggers, monitor their peak flow, and communicate effectively with parents, teachers, and healthcare providers. This newfound confidence extends beyond the medical realm, empowering children to participate fully in activities they enjoy, knowing they have the tools and knowledge to manage their condition. Asthma becomes a part of their lives, not the defining factor, as they embrace their potential and thrive in all aspects of life. As we reach the end of our exploration into the world of childhood asthma, a world often painted in shades of worry and wheezing, let's shift our gaze towards a brighter horizon. Imagine a future where the fear of breathlessness fades, replaced by the unbridled joy of children's laughter carried on the wind. This isn't merely a whimsical dream, but a tangible possibility, fueled by the tireless efforts of researchers, healthcare professionals, and advocates dedicated to improving the lives of children with asthma. We stand at the cusp of groundbreaking discoveries, with medical advancements holding the promise of not just managing symptoms, but potentially even curing this chronic disease. New medications, more targeted and effective, are emerging from research labs, offering hope for better symptom control and reduced side effects. Imagine inhalers that deliver personalized medicine, tailored to a child's unique genetic makeup, maximizing efficacy and minimizing discomfort. Beyond medications, scientists are delving into the intricate workings of the immune system, seeking to re-educate it, to transform it from a foe into an ally. Picture a future where immunotherapy, like a skilled negotiator, mediates peace between the immune system and the airways, preventing the cascade of reactions that lead to asthma attacks. In laboratories across the globe, a quiet revolution is underway, a testament to human ingenuity and our unwavering commitment to conquering childhood asthma. Imagine scientists peering through powerful microscopes, unraveling the intricate tapestry of genes and proteins, searching for the keys to unlocking a cure. Clinical trials like beacons of hope are testing innovative treatments that target the root causes of asthma, aiming to not just manage symptoms, but to rewrite the very script of the disease. Gene therapy, a frontier of medical science, holds the potential to correct faulty genes, permanently altering a child's predisposition to asthma. Stem cell therapy offers another avenue for exploration, with the potential to regenerate damaged lung tissue and restore healthy airway function. Imagine a future where a child's own cells are harnessed to heal and repair, offering a chance for a life free from the constraints of asthma. While a cure may still be on the horizon, the pace of research and innovation offers immense hope. Each discovery, every breakthrough, brings us one step closer to a future where asthma is no longer a chronic companion, but a distant memory. While we await the breakthroughs that science promises, there's much we can do today to support children with asthma and empower their families to navigate the challenges they face. Imagine a world where every child with asthma has access to quality healthcare, affordable medication, and a supportive community. Raising awareness about asthma, dispelling myths and misconceptions is paramount. Educating teachers, coaches, and caregivers about asthma triggers and management strategies creates safer environments for children to learn, play, and thrive. Support groups, both online and in person, provide invaluable lifelines for families, offering a space to share experiences, exchange advice, and find strength in shared journeys. Advocacy organizations play a crucial role in raising awareness, advocating for policies that improve air quality, and funding research to find a cure. By fostering a culture of understanding, empathy, and support, we can empower children with asthma to live full and active lives, knowing they are not alone in their journey. As we conclude our journey, let the stories of resilience, the advancements in medicine, and the unwavering commitment of countless individuals fill you with hope. Childhood asthma may present challenges, but it does not define a child's potential, their dreams, or their spirit. Every breath a child takes is a testament to their strength, every playful giggle a symphony of resilience. Let us continue to champion their cause, to advocate for their well-being, and to support the research that holds the promise of a brighter future. Together, we can create a world where every child with asthma can breathe easy, dream big, and live a life filled with the boundless possibilities that every breath deserves. This is a call to action, an invitation to join the fight against childhood asthma. Support research, raise awareness, and become an advocate for those who struggle to breathe. Every breath counts, and together, we can make a difference.